I found out my fiancé has been trying to break things off with me because he's sleeping with his coworker. We have been together for a few years and have lived together for almost 2. I thought he hung the moon. I thought he was made for me. He said that too. Last week he very suddenly tried to break things off with me because he was too stressed and he thought it would be best if we took a break and I stayed with my mom for a while. When I asked questions, I got vague answers. I tried to believe that he was just very overworked. Because it was true. He had recently gotten a big promotion and was working more hours and paying our bills. But I also felt in my gut there was something else. After that Kovno, he left the house for a while. He went to a car meet with his girlfriend and then he came back and said he wanted to work things out and that he did want me in his life. I agreed we would just take it slow and fix things. Not that we had any issues that I knew of. Yesterday he came home from work and I just couldn't breathe. I was anxious, couldn't calm myself down, and asked him if he was still going to leave. And then we had a long conversation where he said that he still felt the same way he did last week. But that he didn't break up with me then because he didn't want me to myself. He kept insisting that there was nothing going on but that he just needed to be alone and missed having freedom. He also went on to explain his issues with me, which were that I feel my emotions too deeply and am sort of an angel. That I don't sleep with him enough, and that I don't compliment him enough or really show effort. Even though I was the one doing chores, budgeting, tracking our finances, planning everything for us, picking up his dirty socks and underwear around the house, buying anything he needed, etc. All he did was go to work and come home to play his games, really. Which I respected because that's his hobby. After he left, I called my mom and my friend to come help me pack. We found a journal he had been writing in his closet. He had told me he was journaling, which I supported because I feel like journaling is very good for you, but I failed to realize he was using it as an excuse to meet up with a girl. I wish I could post the journal pictures here, but he basically wrote about 4 pages of how he was so addicted to this new girl. And how he couldn't wait for me to be out of his way, and that he wanted to save her, his coworker, from her abusive ex. It was so disgusting. I think my heart stopped. I don't know how to feel. I'm sad that once again, I am lifted up to be this ideal girlfriend and partner just to be betrayed again and again. My first boyfriend cheated with 7 other girls during our 4 years together, and my second boyfriend admitted that his ex was the one that got away. He said he was starstruck by me. Everyone I've ever been with has said that. People always tell me that I'm a kind old soul. I'm pretty confident in myself, so I know I didn't do anything to deserve this. Nobody ever does. But I also can't believe I'd allowed myself to be with such a pathetic man. He is extremely insecure and has absolutely no willpower to do things on his own. He always needs others to tell him what to do or steer him. For one female to start at his male-only job a few months ago, how could I have been the girlfriend that gets cheated on? I am safe. I have moved back in with my parents for now. We are getting a U-Haul on Friday. And everything in that apartment is coming with me because everything is mine, besides his computer and desk. I don't know where to go from here. I know I shouldn't want a relationship right now, but I do. I want someone to choose me for once. It may just be that I haven't slept alone in years and suddenly I have to now. I don't know. I don't have any friends. I don't have anyone. Just me and my dog again. His mom called me this morning around 9:30 am. She apologized, said she was extremely disappointed and said that it made her sick to her stomach. I lived with her for a few months. So I do have a great relationship with her and trust her. None of us saw this coming at all. I told him to call me this morning because we needed to discuss the separation of some of our things, letting him know when I'd be there to grab stuff and when we are coming with a U-Haul. After that I just said explain yourself, and he tried to turn it on me and ask why I'd told certain people, and I said, well, why did you cheat? You need to be answering questions right now, not asking them. I didn't get much, I think, with all of this out in the open. I can truthfully believe that when he says he doesn't know why he did something, he actually means it. I don't think he knows why. I don't think he even thinks at all about anything. Asked why he cheated, and all he had to say was I wanted some fun and there's been no intimacy for a while with us. I asked if he was ever genuine and he said yes, but that he thinks we met at the wrong time bullshit excuse, and that we trauma bonded together, which I could possibly see, but again not an excuse for what he's done. He went on to say that he doesn't hate me at all, that he thinks I'm a beyond amazing person, and that there's no bad feelings on his end. Cool, because that really helps me now. Anyways, after I move out fully, I'm done and there's no reason to continue to keep in contact. No more picking up his dirty clothes off the floor, cleaning up his messes, and teaching him how to be an adult. I thought it was fine because I was still learning things myself, but it's too far. Seemingly his main reason for doing what he did is that we didn't have sex as much as he liked. We did a lot at first, but I realized it was somewhat of a trauma response for me. I told him I was asexual before we even started dating, and he said that he was okay with that. He never pressured me or coerced me, so I felt safe to let things dry for a while as I worked on myself. And after finding out that he had 10 cavities, with one being so far gone they had to remove the whole tooth, I couldn't bring myself to make out with him anymore. And without that, on top of our miscarriage in 2023 and how stressed I'd been carrying most of our finances, I just couldn't get into the mood.